Has the school system been failing us?
Today we'll be explaining and giving our feedback on some of the issues within the public school system.
We will also be interviewing our peers and giving our own personal experiences.
And now on to the student interviews.
Jaden, what do you think the biggest issue in public schools is?
I feel it's the dress code because our teachers are always telling us to express ourselves, but we're not allowed to dress as comfy or as dressed up as we want. And I want to be comfy since I'm there for 7 hours a day.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Shelby, what do you think the biggest issue in public schools is?
Probably how some of the teachers seem like they have no sympathy for the children. And even though some kids may go home to a bad family or not even want to go home at the end of the day, they just make it seem like they're required to have everything done as soon as they have it done. They just don't seem like they put in enough effort as they should as teachers.
Thank you. Now that we've gotten our peers' insight on the system, we will be giving our own feedback. Abby, do you believe that some rules in the dress code should be changed?
I think my personal biggest issue with the rules are the holes in the jeans. A lot of modern day styles and jeans and brands don't really make many jeans that are exactly aligned with the rules in the school system. They might have the $1 bill rule is like the biggest thing. There's a lot of jeans who have like a hole like maybe like a little above or something, and we get in trouble for it. I think they should be a little bit lenient. I get if like they're showing private areas, but overall I think that they should ease up on the punishment.
Yeah, definitely. Some feedback from our partner Vanessa. She said, I believe there's a lot wrong with the school dress code. There are rules like no pajama pants that she thinks is not something people should be getting so upset over. She gets the whole it's unprofessional, but that people have to realize that it's not really affecting anyone.
It really isn't. But going on to the next, do you think the punishment for big and little acts are inaccurate? If so, what's a good alternative?
For me, I feel like the punishment for not having an ID, like going straight to ISS, is a little bit too extreme. I think a better system would be making a loan out to the student and then putting the debt on their account. And if the student doesn't pay the $5 back, then sending an email home or like a phone call to remind parents that their kid needs $5 to pay the school back.
Yeah, and get like little warnings every now and then. How big of an issue do you think bullying is in Flowery Branch? And if so, have you seen teachers or subs or kids getting bullied? Share your story.
I've definitely seen people getting bullied. I feel like it's not a huge issue in Flowery Branch, but it definitely is an issue. I feel like a lot of the bullying that happens is virtual, and victims don't get justice for it because they don't have enough proof. But I think it's definitely something that needs to be fixed.
Our partner Vanessa gave her input on it, and she said, when it comes to bullying, students aren't the only ones affected. I've seen many instances of students disrespecting, laughing, making fun of teachers and subs, and she's seen it happen a lot with substitute teachers. She says that there was one time where they had a sub who had a very thick accent, and because of that, the students were making fun of her and mocking her.
I definitely have seen that happen a lot.
Oh yeah, it's a very big issue.
It's definitely. What do you think the biggest issue in public schools is?
Definitely the punishments.
Yeah, definitely.
The big acts not getting enough.
And then smaller acts not having too much punishment.
Oh yeah. So, now that some of the issues in the public school system have been addressed and explained, do you think there could be any solution for some? Shelby, what do you think the biggest issues in public schools is?
Now that we've gotten our peers' feedback on it.
And I think that
Are you busy in there?